Darkmoon doll here. I just thought I'd do a review on a movie that I just recently watched, and it's called Bad Hair. I'm looking at it on the screen, Hulu. I was watching it while I was doing a hair treatment for my hair, ironically. I did say I don't like to braid my hair a lot, but after I wash it or cleanse it and do a deep treatment on it, sometimes I do like to put it into braids. But I don't wear my hair like this all the time because I feel like braiding my hair too much can weaken my dreads, so I don't do it all the time. I've been finding it very helpful to do to keep my hair out of the way because it's gotten a little bit more length, and I just want to keep everything safe and not dirty, as I said in many other videos. So, but the name of this movie is called Bad Hair, and it looks like it was written, when was this written? It's supposed to be set in 1989. It says it follows a ambitious young woman who gets a weave in order to succeed in the image-obsessed world of music television. However, her flourishing career comes at a great cost, and when she realizes that her new hair ... I usually don't watch movies like this, but it's a horror movie, and it's African American based horror movie, so I thought I'd give it a roll because I like horror movie if it's done well. So yeah, I watched this whole movie. It came out this year. I figured it was this year because let's go back a little bit. So yeah, I figured it was from this year because of the subject matter. A lot of people are being very pro-African American and very pro-African American female nowadays because of the whole Black Lives Matter things, the Black Lives Matter organization springing up all over the place and in your face. So, yeah, this movie, there's some funny spots in it, but there's a lot of stereotypical stuff in it. But there's a lot of things in there talking about things that I've talked about for ages on this channel, about my experience with having all sorts of hairstyles that were very damaging to my hair. And the reason why a lot of black women get these hairstyles, whether you want to admit it or not, okay? You can unsubscribe to me now if you want, but a lot of reasons why black women get these hairstyles is because they want to mimic European hairstyles so they can be accepted in the workforce, so they can be successful and prosperous in the workforce. That's one of the main reasons. And then another reason is so that they can continue the self-hatred towards themselves by continuing to put things in their hair or on their hair to mask their natural texture of their hair. In this movie, it was just really illustrating this. This woman had natural hair, all nice, and they showed in the beginning of the movie where it looked like her cousin or, I don't know, some relative was putting a relaxer in her hair as a little girl. And she was all excited, anticipating what her hair is going to look like after the process, and turns out a lot of her hair just fell out, and she had a big old bump in the back of her head from it burning and being on her scalp too long. And result is her hair fell out. Am I saying that happens with everybody when they go to get their hair relaxed? No, I'm not saying that. But there's been a lot of people who've had that experience with their hair when they've gone to salons, when they've taken their natural hair and tried to alter it. She thought she would be safe. The main character was getting a weave instead of getting a relaxer because of that experience with relaxer. She was being encouraged to do something different to her natural hair to make it look more acceptable in that workforce that she was, finding herself in. So she did that. She went to this, talked about hair salon, this one top stylist who does these weaves. So she got a weave from this really freakishly crazy looking person. It wasn't a woman, but the person was dressed like a woman. But they just made that person look very crazy. And she had these glowing eyes. But you can check out the movie and see it for yourself. But I just wanted to see if anybody has watched that movie. That movie it kind of has the Asian, Japanese type of horror vibe with the hair, the long, long, long hair, and they show her like not having control of her hair, and they base all this happening on some folktale that her dad had told her about, and she didn't really want to listen to. So it's a very, very. I don't even know if I want to say I liked this movie. It's very, very silly. A lot of horror movies can be, but because they are presenting information or history, you could say, that could be based in some truth. I'm not saying completely, but based in some truth. A lot of folk tales from back then, African folk tales, a lot of mythology back then is based in some realities that have actually happened. Also, what I wanted to point out is that, what was it I was thinking about this movie? There's so much going on in this movie. It's hard not to like figure out what you're going to focus on when reviewing it. But there was something in there that I saw in there that I wanted to tell you about. I may do a part 2 and come back again with more on this. But obviously this movie came out because of what's going on. With all the violence that's going on with Black Lives Matter. With people feeling afraid to say much of anything about what's going on. Afraid to be judged for their viewpoint of what's going on. It's a lot of crazy shit going on. And this movie, for this movie to come out right now is really funny because it makes sense. People, they're throwing a whole bunch of quote unquote African American movies and TV shows for us African Americans to enjoy. And when it's so contrived in that manner, it's insincere and it doesn't really mean anything to me. It may mean something to others, but not to me. Let me pause for a second. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. But yeah, that's pretty much what. I don't really need to name off all the stuff about this movie that I saw in there that I thought was ridiculous, but it did reflect what actually went down with me with hair, as far as my natural hair. I had a loathing of my natural hair when I was a kid because I looked at all the little white girls with straight hair and wanted hair like theirs. I looked at all the little black girls with straight hair and wanted hair like theirs. The little black girls were getting their hair pressed with a hot comb or getting it fried up with some relaxer. That was either one. Those are two choices you got if you have hair like mine, which is 4C low porosity hair. So I just felt like when I was watching this movie, this all could have been avoided if someone was there to encourage her to just let her hair lock naturally. That's a choice, right? It was funny because one part of this movie, they showed this woman with long sister locks, like down to her butt, right? And she was in kind of looked like a higher paid position than she was, corporate kind of deal. But she wasn't willing to get a weave or a relaxer or anything like that in order to feel like she has to succeed more. But that lady was in the beauty salon with that woman with the sister locks because she finally decided, I'm going to get this weave out of my hair, because the weave was taking over her. In natural horror movie fashion, the hair was focus, and the hair had the ability to kill. It kept getting longer and longer. It was straight. They started doing some history flashbacks talking about the origin of where this hair came from. It was a good idea, but it was just ridiculously done because it felt like it was being rushed just so we could have something for 2020 for Black people to enjoy. I'm not really feeling any of this stuff that they're pumping out at us, African American people. I'm not feeling any of this. And I'm not feeling that drive to want to go out and vote either. And I don't know why people are still voting. You're saying that if you're still voting, you're saying you're awake to what's going on in the world, then you wouldn't be voting. I'm tired of all this pressure that people are putting on African American people who don't really buy into all this shit that's going on. It's some phony ass shit. It really is. And this movie, coming out when it did, like right now, it's just goofy. Yes, it's true. I had a hard time as a kid, as a little black girl, fitting in a school that was predominantly white in elementary school because my hair wasn't like everybody else's. So I bowed down to that, and I talked about this on a full video that you can check out on my YouTube channel. It's funny because my videos get buried because I'm not young and fresh and light-skinned, a light-skinned African American, or my hair texture is, you know what I mean? I don't fit the, up-to-date style or trend or whatever the fuck's going on. So you guys making these movies, it's like, why didn't you make these a long time ago? It's because of what's going on. You have to be pressured and prodded into showing someone you appreciate where they come from. Yeah, it takes a big dramatic event in order for you to pretend that you care about African Americans, but you don't. So stop making these movies and stop making these programs and and trying to pretend like you care. Head and Shoulders coming out with a with a shampoo that's good for black people, for African Americans. All these companies coming out with these shampoos and conditioners that are good for African Americans. It's not sincere one bit. If you were really, really caring about African Americans' hair, and specifically this type of hair, 4C, low porosity hair, if you really were interested in it in the first place, you would have been doing this already. So this means jack shit. Okay? All of this shit means jack shit. And if you're buying into all of this insincerity, then God help you and God has helped you. Because this is all fake. It's all fake. Alrighty guys, feel free to check out that movie Bad Hair if you like. It's on Hulu. It's TV mature, so don't watch it with young people, with a young audience. Yeah, like I said, it was made this year, and it's an hour and 43 minutes of crazy. So anyway, guys, thanks for joining me. Thanks for subscribing to my channel. Thank you for the likes and shares, and thank you for your kind comments. Leave your comments down below. Let me know if you've seen this movie called Bad Hair. I usually don't like watching movies like this, as I said, but it's a horror movie, and I like horror. So I thought I'd give it a roll and see what it's about. 2 thumbs down. It was lacking a lot. They're just scrambling to put something together so that we know that they appreciate us black people in America. I find that hilarious. Very hilarious. People have been treating me extremely nice who wouldn't ordinarily say hi to me, opening doors for me and shit like that. I don't feel anything from that. It's insincere. So, don't believe the bullshit. Don't fall for it. If you do, I have no control over that. But be aware of what the hell is going on around you. Don't fall into these trends and bullshit like that. You want to say you're awake? You're not awake if you're still falling for this shit. No, I don't believe that weaves and wigs and all that shit is a good thing to put on top of your beautiful natural hair. I don't. I don't think anybody should do that. But I have no control over what people do. I don't go around telling people not to do that because they're an adult and they can make their own decisions. But I think this is just stupid that in 2020, African American women are still putting wigs and weaves on their hair because they feel like that's more acceptable to wherever place they're going to show up at, whether it's work, whether it's at a birthday party, wedding, whatever the fuck. And that is one of the reasons why it's important to meditate, center yourself, and realize what you came here for on this planet. Did you come here just to mimic everybody else, or did you come here to be an individual with your own gifts to help save this world? I mean, do you want to save this world, or do you want to just be another sheep walking around this world blind and saying you're awake? Yeah, one step at a time. So what it all starts with is you. Save your world. You know, people say save the world. Save your world. your world. What is your world about? Is your world about mimicking what all these people are doing with their hair and ruining it and then getting sad because you have no hair on your head or your hair is damaged? Stop doing what these fools are doing and really tap into what you really should be doing for yourself, for your hair, for your body, for your mind, and for your soul. With that said, brightest blessings to you all. I'll see you soon. If you want to donate to my channel, go to my PayPal. You can go to my Google Pay, and you go to my Cash App. And if you donate to this channel, I'll create a one-of-a-kind piece of artwork for you, or I will create a video on the topic of your choosing. So, take care of you guys. Take care of yourselves. And don't fall for the bullshit.